Hello, this is Jason with LMGI, continuing SolidEdge fundamentals. We're going to cover patterning right now. So this is a synchronous model. I'm going to start by selecting a hole because you'll notice that all the pattern commands are disabled unless you want to try to recognize patterns. This is typically used with a foreign file that has repetitious geometry that you can actually turn into patterns. It's very cool, but we're not going to cover it today. So I need to select a feature that will be patterned. Could be a hole, could be a rib, could be a boss, could be almost anything. And then you'll have your, we're going to do a rectangle, but there's circular, pattern along curve, fill patterns. So we're going to do the basics today, rectangle. So if you see that the software kind of goes in automatically to a rectangular type shape, and you most commonly will lock to a plane with the F3, and this will give you more control by you can click key points and things like that if you had maybe you had a point element down there, so and it will kind of just attempt to make some pattern based on the last settings. You have a fit strategy, which is the overall size of the rectangle, and then a fixed, which is a spacing and count. I think if you examine those two, you can change the reference point, which is by default here, but that can be changed to one of the other instance markers. If you possibly could make it pattern from left to right, up and down. I probably shouldn't have fiddled with that. We'll just put it back to that corner. And you can also suppress instances, and then I'll accept when I'm done. These red dots are handles, so you can drag this around, and like I said, you can key off some geometry if you have it, or you can just tab between your fields for your numbers. And then when you're done, you can just right click or hit the green check mark. And then later, when you come back, you can in the graphic window, you can use your quick pick, or you can click it in the Pathfinder, and this is how you get back into editing the feature. Now, sometimes you want to add. Sometimes if you forgot to do something, like say I forgot to put this round on the mouth of the hole. Then later I come back and I edit the pattern. You don't have to destroy the pattern to add that geometry. You just go to this first button, add to pattern, click your geometry, accept, and then it just wants you to click the reference point and it should show up. So because there isn't the sequential history in synchronous modeling per se, but patterns are parameterized type of features, so you need to have a way to be able to do that. Circular pattern is very similar, where you may click a hole and then you'll go circular pattern, and it's seeking out, it's going to want, you do need some geometry. You need either a point or a line or something. And very similar type controls. You have suppression. You can press a region. You can do a partial arc. And you have fit and fixed again, so you could have an angle between and a count, or a total count. And this is kind of a neat capability of a circular pattern. It essentially will change the entire bolt circle, even the original master, if you edit the dimension.